This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network, and we are a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit virtual investor event still taking place in September 2020. And joining me right now is James Hesketh. He is the president and CEO of Viva Gold Corp. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: VAU on the TSX Venture and VAU.CF on OTC. James, welcome back. It's good to see you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Robert. It's great being here.
It's great to have you. So let's start very quickly with an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, Viva Gold, we're an active exploration and development company. We are currently exploring for gold in Nevada, and our primary project is the Tonopah project, roughly 20 miles outside of the town of Tonopah, Nevada.
So we last actually spoke at the 2019 Precious Metals Summit. So I'd love to get an update. What are some corporate highlights, would you say, since September last year?
Well, the major highlights have been driven by project successes. We've issued a preliminary economic assessment on our Tonopah Gold project. That included a 37% expansion in gold resource and very robust economics in at a $1,400 gold price scenario.
So tell me a little bit more about, the process with the PEA, because, as we know, the PEA is kind of that first step before we get to permitting and then ultimately a mine. So where are we at currently in that process?
Okay, we've completed the initial PEA, and we moved to the PEA stage primarily because our resource base, a bit over 500,000 ounces of gold, is 2/3 measured and indicated. It's a well-drilled deposit. So there's no real arm waving here. We've got substantial scientific fact behind the project. Our first 2 years of mining is in measured material, and that material starts 10 meters from surface. And that first 2 years of mining will essentially pay for the project. We're looking at a project of that'll produce roughly 45 to 50,000 ounces of gold a year for up to 9 years.
Got it. And I know we talked about this on our last interview, but I figured we'd rehash it a little bit. What would you say makes your project unique and different compared to some of your peers out there?
Well, number one, it's in Nevada. Our last drilling permit, we submitted the permit on a Friday night. We got questions back within 2 hours. We continued to respond on the Monday, and we had our drilling permits issued on the Tuesday. You can't do that anywhere else in the world. So that's a key point. You can permit projects in Nevada. Number two, we've got paved road access all the way to the site. We can get FedEx deliveries at our drill rig. Tell me where else in the world you can do that. We have power and water dropped to the Nevada power grid within 3 miles of the site. And we have supply train infrastructure. The Kinross's Round Mountain mine is just 30 miles up the access road to our mine. So you've got everything. You've got miners, you've got infrastructure, you've got power, water, permittability, all within a very short distance. And that gives us a tremendous advantage over developing virtually anywhere else in the world. Our infrastructure costs will be less than 1/3 of developing, say, somewhere in the Yukon, Golden Triangle, Peaks of the Andes, etc. That's the true advantage that we have.
So you mentioned that, and correct me if I'm wrong, in the PEA, the initial PEA, that you'll be able to pull gold out of the ground at an approximate rate of about 1,400 ounces per gold. Is that correct?
About 45,000, 50,000 ounces per year.
Okay.
Of produced gold.
At around 1,400, you said?
No, it's the
Okay.
price is about will be about 750
Okay.
cash costs, all in sustaining about 1,000, 1,100 in that range. Initial capital costs of about 58 million.
Got it. And then, you know, with the price of gold going up where it is, I mean, I think we're well over 1,800 at this point. You know, has that sped up some of your processes, or are you just still, hey, we're still on target, we're still, you know, going at our pace, and we're going to get there, you know, despite what the price of gold is doing?
Well, it allowed us to close a larger financing last month, and money means speed. So we're able to accelerate now. The availability of cash to finance projects has improved significantly over the last several months, and that will help us to accelerate. We currently have a drill rig on site. We're drilling RC holes, and that's on the fringes of the inferred material. So we're not only confirming what we have, converting inferred to indicated, we're also stepping out and trying to do some expansions. In addition, next month we should have a core rig show up, and for that we'll be taking material for metallurgical, advanced metallurgical test work. We've done preliminary work, but this will help accelerate that. I'm in the process of retaining hydrology experts to look at the groundwater. We're currently retaining geotechnical specialists to look at slope angles for feasibility study. In other words, we're taking all the steps to move this very rapidly to a feasibility level project, which will also allow us to move rapidly into the permitting process.
And with that, where can my audience go and find everything they need to know about Viva Gold?
Yeah, take a look at our website, www.vivagoldcorp.com. And you'll find the information, otherwise on SEDAR. So we're open to answering any questions you may have.
All right. Well, James, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time. Good luck, stay safe, and I look forward to our next update.
Okay, thank you very much. I look forward to it too.
Thank you. My name is Robert Kraft. I am the host for SNN.Network. Again, we are the proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metal Summit, which is now going virtual in September 2020. And thank you all for tuning in.